Before Iran's final group match, a handwritten note appeared in their LA dressing room. From the ancient Persia of thousands of years ago to the civilized Iran of today, the spirit of Iran remains alive and steadfast. The team would leave the city with dignity. The note arrived amid a tournament experience unlike any other teams based in Tijuana, flying in and out for every match, partially denied entry, reportedly short on ticket allocation. Despite all of it, the squad hadn't lost a single match heading into the Egypt fixture that would decide Iran's first ever World Cup knockout berth. Mehdi Taremi, the squad's captain, has spent his club career establishing himself as one of Asian football's most accomplished forwards, with a goal-scoring record across multiple European leagues that places him among the most prolific Asian players ever to compete at that level. His decision to take Iran's 11th-minute penalty against Egypt was entirely in keeping with a player who has built his entire career on exactly that kind of responsibility, Alireza Jahanbakhsh. Similarly, brought to this tournament the accumulated experience of 3 previous World Cup appearances, a depth of tournament-specific knowledge that few players anywhere in this expanded 48-team field could claim to match. His comments about football's capacity to unite were not the words of a young player encountering the scale of a World Cup for the first time. Shoju Koluzard and Seed Ezatolahi represented different generation within the same squad players whose presence in the Egypt match's defining sequence reflects the kind of squad depth and tactical trust Amir Galani's coaching staff had built over an extended period of preparation. Taremi, we are united, and we are looking for the peace. We have to make them happy and bring joy for them. Alireza Jahanbakhsh, heading into his 4th World Cup, invoked FIFA's own football uniting the world symbol. We are here to call for the peace, call to be united. We are peaceful people. We have a very rich history, a very pure culture. Neither player was asked to coordinate these statements. They emerged in separate interviews, days apart, yet arrived at strikingly similar language: peace, unity, shared identity and history, released publicly by Iran's federation itself. From the ancient Persia of thousands of years ago to the civilized Iran of today, the spirit of Iran remains alive and steadfast. The team would leave LA with dignity. That distinction between cultural connection to Iran and political alignment is exactly the space both Taremi and Alireza Jahanbakhsh had tried to speak into. The Egypt match took place as part of Seattle's local Pride Week program, planned by local organizers long before the draw, a calendar coincidence, not a deliberate pairing. The Iranian Federation requested FIFA to restrict certain symbols. FIFA refused, citing its inclusivity policy. Inside Lumen Field, Egyptian fans, Pride Week participants, and Iranian fans filled the same building, 669 people, with all tickets sold out for the 3rd consecutive time at this venue. Iran won a penalty in the 11th minute. Taremi's shot was saved by Egypt's Mustafa Shober, a true statistical exception given his impressive penalty record in his career. In extra time, Koluzard seemed to have scored, tearing his shirt as the stadium shook, but semi-automatic offside technology accurate to within 10 centimeters disallowed the goal by millimeters. Minutes later, Ezatolahi's header hit the post. The result, 1-1. I learned that in this World Cup we faced not only difficulties, but also real bad luck. Our goal was disallowed because of millimeters. That's justice. But this bad luck upsets me. After detailing the physical challenges of cross-border travel, he added, nevertheless, we managed to perform. The world is now proud of Iran and our team. The whole world has fallen in love with us. We are here to make our history true. If our dream become true, thank God. If not, we are proud of our game. The 1-1 draw left Iran 3rd in Group G with 3 points from 3 draws. Survival, now entirely dependent on results in matches Iran had no part in playing, decided purely by the expanded format's 3rd place mathematics. Most underdog stories involve a footballing gap. Iran's difficulty was not footballing in nature at all. This distinction matters for understanding why Alireza Jahanbakhsh and Taremi reached so specifically and so repeatedly for the language of peace and unity, rather than talking about tactics or individual ambition. This specific word unity, used repeatedly by both Taremi and Alireza Jahanbakhsh, deserves closer examination. When Taremi spoke about people connected to Iran remaining united regardless of where they stood on any issue, and when Alireza Jahanbakhsh spoke about Iran's team representing peaceful people with a rich history, Both reached for a conception of unity rooted in shared cultural identity, not unity of opinion, but unity of belonging. This wasn't a single amplified quote, it was a sustained, repeated theme across multiple players, multiple interviews, and a formal federation note, appearing again and again regardless of which play or platform carried it. That consistency reflects a deliberate choice rather than coincidence, and connects to a recognizable pattern across World Cup history where a team's conduct comes to represent something larger than the matches themselves. Iran went unbeaten across all 3 group matches. Iran's first ever shot at a men's World Cup knockout stage while crossing an international border after every single one. Whatever the eventual qualification outcome, the campaign itself already stands as one of the group stage's most remarkable achievements, separate even from the note, the words, and everything they came to represent. Can sincere talk of peace and unity carry real weight, or does it risk becoming background noise? Neither answer fully satisfies. Taremi and Alireza Jahanbakhsh's words were not naive. Both men were directly confronted with their team's logistical difficulties in the same interviews where they spoke about peace. They were not shielded from those difficulties, they spoke from directly inside them, choosing that language anyway. What do you think? Leave your thoughts below. Football at this scale is never just a tournament and somewhere inside a dressing room in LA, and a stadium in Seattle full of celebration from every direction. This World Cup delivered one of its most quietly powerful messages without a single press conference required.